Cancer, hi, welcome to Surrender to the Flow Tarot. I am Denise, and this is going to be a general reading for the Cancer Collective. We're going to do you and your person and where you are in regards to each other. This may resonate, but it's a general reading, so it may not. Take what resonates and leave the rest, and try to not insert yourself in if it's not your story. That can cause a lot of stress. Wow, I'm having like gulpies. Like I'm like shy, nervous. Maybe that's where you guys are right now. You should know within the first cards of your underlying and where you are right now, if this is your story or not. Okay, so I already laid out your cards, I already shuffled and all that. It takes me like 30 minutes to do all that, so nobody wants to watch that. So I do it right before. Okay, I pulled out cards for you and cards for your person, and then I pulled out messages from the universe for both of you about where the universe wants to see you both go, and then a card from you to your person. If you could say one thing right now, what would that be? And if your person could say one thing to you right now, what would that be? We are using the Fountain Tarot, the Urban Crow Oracle, the Romance Angels. I can never tell where the glare is going to happen, so. And that's it. I haven't decided which tarot we'll use if we need to clarify. We might not need to clarify. So, ready? Here we go. Okay, your overall underlying the whole reading is the Two of Swords. So, that is a choice that needs to be made between head and heart, between 3D and 5D, to be in alignment. You want to come into alignment, and you have a choice to be made to do that. And that's overall for both, and that's pretty clear of like where you both are. Okay, so your underlying, you got, this is like my favorite card. It is. The Star. A pole dancing goddess. I mean, come on. I pole dance, so I especially love this. And I have Cancer in my chart too, so it's like, okay. The Star, the Territory card, and Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this is your underlying, and this is what you just moved out of, or you moved out of long ago, and it's still, you're not in it anymore, but you're still feeling it. So whatever one resonates for you. So what those tell me is that you had a very strong connection with someone, and you were holding on to it. You were holding on to either the person or the idea of what that person should be. Something you were territorial about. It could even be yourself. You were territorial about holding on to yourself. But territorial already shows right there that there's an imbalance. You know what I mean? Because that means it's coming from fear. So something happened and things crumbled apart, and where you are is the Star, which is a gift from the universe. You've done the work, you're doing the work, and they're rewarding you for it. So that's dope. So that's your underlying. So where you are right now, you got the Page of Coins or Pentacles in reverse, Anomaly, and you got two, the Trust in reverse, and pay attention to the red flags sideways. Okay, So what that tells me is that you are holding off on sharing something with someone else. And it is work related. And in your case, I think it's self-work related. Stability, groundedness. And right now you are a little rocky on that. I want to check something in the book real fast. The anomaly crow card means it's like a tower. It's something that happened that you can't ignore. It's right in front of your face. You can't ignore it. There's no ignoring it. I just want to double check on the Page of Coins. Sorry. I was like, why does that say that? Because it was the Ace of Coins, not the page. Okay. Right. So that says like feeling outside pressure about what you're going through. And that makes sense. Sorry, I'm feeling like that. I don't know how to explain that. Like I'm in a haze kind of. Okay, so where you are right now is you're recovering from whatever this was, but you're not steady all the way. You still have trust. Now you have trust issues with whoever this was. The pay attention to the red flags sideways is showing me that you kind of did and you kind of didn't. And maybe right now you're doubting your ability to be open again, to recognize harmful or potentially harmful things. You're just starting on the work of that, of the practical work of understanding. So that would be like you're in like research mode and you're learning things outside of yourself, but also working on yourself at the same time. You know what I mean? It's not just happening in the mind. You're learning things and then you're implementing them. But you're rocky. You're feeling rocky about it. Let's pull a clarifier on that. Tell me more about Cancer. This reverse Page of Coins. Tell me more about Cancer. Woo! So the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Swords flipped but didn't come out. And the bottom is the World. Okay, so completion. You're in a... Wait. Oh, I'm like, what's going on here? You're in a place of completion. You got the Six of Swords. So that's you taking yourself away, leaving something behind you, not necessarily abandoning it, but you're distancing yourself. And it's mental. It's recognizing that the situation that's happening is out of your control, but your mind is going a little bit bananas. And you're having a hard time holding on to that. So you have to distance yourself from the situation. So that's all good. That's good. Okay. That's good. So you keep learning and keep doing what you're doing right there. Okay. Your person got, for the underlying, the Devil, preparation. These crow cards are so dope, right? They're all dope. I love this Fountain Tarot too. And religious factors. Okay. So that is telling me this is what your person is coming out of. I read religious factors as spirituality too, so it doesn't have to be like an organized religion. It could just be like spirituality and believing in like the metaphysical world and myth, all those kind of things too. Your person was in a situation that they tried to manipulate. They tried to get ahead of it and tried to manipulate something, to turn it into, to control it. To control an outside source or use an outside source in a way that benefits them. And the devil card is here and the religious card is here. So I would say that this doesn't seem like addiction or that, though it could be. I'll pull a clarifier on the devil card. The feeling I'm getting is that it's more mental control. It's somebody who's controlling, who they're one of their weaknesses, but it's strong, is to be controlling or obsessive. I'm getting narcissism slightly, but I don't know if that's right. I'm going to pull a card right now and see what the devil is. If you could find out what the devil is for Cancer's person. The Queen of Coins. Okay, so my gut is telling me that is your person resisting stability. This could be your person, but I don't feel like it is. But I also don't feel like it's a third-party situation and that this Queen of Coins was a third party. But I'm going to pull a clarifier just to see. But I think that it's an aspect of your person's personality. Stability, being one with nature, being generous and fiercely loyal. They're disconnected is what I think it is. They disconnect and go very low vibe. Well, let's pull a clarifier on the Queen of Coins. Okay. You got the Emperor upright and Temperance in reverse for the Queen of Coins. So again, I'm going to say it's your person. It's an aspect of your person. They could be male or female, and that doesn't matter. I just realized I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, which I usually do because I do this on my phone. And I got a text message, but I think it's okay. Okay, so this is telling me it's your person. And again, it's the same thing. It's them fighting their divine self. They're fighting their divine self. And the underlying was the Two of Swords, which is to choose to bring yourself into alignment, your divine and your human self. Your high and your low frequency, your 3D and your 5D, your head and your heart, spirit and soul, whatever, and so that's what these are all following with that for me. Okay, so that's your person's past, or like immediate past or far past, either one. Where they are right now. Oh. This is interesting. Okay, this is the Hierophant and the Empress. So that's a divine counterpart, right? The Emperor and the Empress. Your person is super high, super magical. I don't know if they fully understand it. Because if they did, they wouldn't be trying to control things like they are. You know what I mean? If they fully understood who they really are, like their whole being. they wouldn't be doing that. They might have an idea, but things have happened to them in their life that have kind of eradicated they don't trust it. You know what I mean? So the Hierophant, the Empress, gifts, and separation in reverse. Okay, so the Hierophant, I'm not reading it as a person. I'm reading it as a soul contract. And it's the soul contract of the Empress, and your person is the Empress. Now, that means, hold on, I might switch that. You might be the Empress. I'm going to pull a card on this because your person doesn't want to be in separation. They're coming out of it. Now, that could be separation from you, separation from themselves, like themselves and the higher power. You know what I mean? The gifts card is giving gifts, is to remind you to give gifts. So that could be that your person is coming out of where they were with an awareness of who you are to them and who they are, and they want to share that. Or it's a gift from the universe to remind them of their soul contract. I'm going to pull a card on the Empress. I don't know if I want to use these. I'm going to use a different deck. Okay, we're going to use the White Sage Tarot. Okay. Tell me more about the Empress for Cancer's person. Oop. Oh my gosh. Just dropped many cards. Make sure they all turn the right way. Okay, sorry about that. If you are still watching, consider liking and subscribing if you want. It doesn't cost you anything. It's totally free, and just click the button. But it helps me be able to still do this because it'll help my videos get out with the messages from Spirit for other people. Okay. Spirit, tell us about the Empress for Cancer's person. Tell us more about the Empress for Cancer's person. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. The Empress is your person. That's them. That's where they are right now. With the Knight of Swords on the bottom. Your person is struggling still, but is almost through it. It's like, is in the Empress state. So they're there, but they're maybe in the beginning of that. So there's still a little bit of residual with the Nine of Wands in reverse. That is, I think, giving, I'm really not clear today. Sorry. I did not know why. Sometimes I just, right, so the energy of this whole thing was like self-doubt and anxious in the beginning, and that's what's going on with me right now. I'm picking up on your guys' energy there, so foo-foo. Okay. Okay. I read the Nine of Wands differently, and that's why I wanted to look. This in reverse is kind of how I read it. It's giving up battling. It's giving up battling against things. It's being open to ways to go to outside suggestions to maintain peace or to create peace. So there's a really big difference in ways between where you guys are, because you have the star. So that shows that you're also in your Emperor Empress mode. You're up there. But you're showing up as the Page of Coins in reverse right now. So you are really hurt by all of this, whatever happened over here with your person. But your person is aware of what they did or what happened, what their choices, how they contributed to it, and their weaknesses, and they're working on their weaknesses to make them into strengths. Okay, so from the universe, we have the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. So the universe is saying that you guys are each other's wish fulfillment. You both see each other that way. And you both see yourselves as one with the source. So that's dope. And what the universe wants you guys to do is communicate. If you're feeling it, follow it. The time is now. Okay, if you could say one thing to your person, what would that be? Well, you got truth in reverse. And the underlying of that is inspiration. So you want to tell your person, you kind of want to keep your stuff still a little bit close to the chest. You're doing a lot of work on yourself, and you've done a lot of work, and you have a reawakened, you're like reacquainted with your highest self right now, and you're feeling almost like it's a baby, you know, like you're holding on to it. You're not like grasping onto it. You're firmly holding on to it. You see how her hands are too? Like there's gentleness and firmness, and there's confidence, and you aren't really ready. You're afraid a little bit. You're hesitant. Because, like, think about it, right? You're hesitant to tell the truth because you're not sure you can trust them. So it's funny because I would say that would be like a boundary thing, but your person got that card, not you. And I don't think you have a problem setting boundaries. I think you're at a place where your person needs to show and prove. So maybe that's it. What the universe wants you to do. If you felt the desire to communicate with your person, follow it. If your person communicates with you, the universe is asking you to be open to it, to allow it, and be open to at least listening openly. If you're not ready to do that, then tell your person that. Doesn't have to be either or. It can be, I'm not ready to listen openly yet. When I get there, I will get back in touch with you. Or I don't know if I'm going to want to or when that's going to be. I would like to get back in touch with you when I'm ready. Or could you get back in touch with me in a week? Whatever. You feel me? So if your person could say one thing to you right now, boundaries in reverse. And the underlying for that is protection. Okay. So that is telling me that your person is still learning, is also in a protection mode of their spiritual self, of their highest self. And they need to ease up a little bit and check and make sure that, is it a boundary they have for them, or is it a rule? Is it protecting you or preserving you? and to figure that out. And that's what they want to tell you right now, that they are still figuring stuff out too. And that they have a renewed sense of who they are. And I feel this like a lot of love here for you, for themselves and for you. Okay, so let's see if there's any, the universe has a oracle message for you, Cancer, right now. New life. I know this card, but it's in reverse. Yeah, okay, so that's what I want to look up, the protection message for it, because it came out in reverse. New life. All right, I'm going to read this for you guys, okay? So this is your message from the universe right now about what the universe wants you to be aware of or embody. We'll see when we read it, okay? Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. And that's where you are. That's what's going on. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around you and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon on all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. It's okay to trust yourself. It's okay to trust where you are. It's okay to open, and it's okay to do it slow if that's what you need to do. It's okay to be open and slow. You can do that. You don't have to be open and super fast. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. You must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and haven't hit your stride yet. Be immersed in the newness of it all, and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. So be here now, and don't be in the past. Don't hold on to the past. Try to separate yourself from it. You've learned your lessons. Now you can leave it here, and you can trust that you can take care of you. Okay, Cancer. This is a beautiful reading. It really is. It's a really nice one. It's nice. And there is a feeling of love throughout this whole thing, and nurturing, very much nurturing. And so that implies regard. And that's all the way across for both of you. I hope it helped. And I'll see you next time. Bye.